I find it so amusing that I'm starting to get more men in my comments that are upset about the advice that I'm giving younger women. Why? Because you want to manipulate them? You want to be able to mold them the way you want them to be? You don't want them to speak up or realize that they have all this effing power over you? Too bad. Some of you comment about my nose ring and say, oh, she's full of drama. What does a nose ring have to do with anything?
Now,
idiots! It's simple!
Oh, that's easy. The nose ring implies that you're a pig and owned by a farmer who's going to try and sell you to a meat processing plant. I know that's not the kind of pork you were expecting, but then again, you're a bitter old hag. I wouldn't expect anything less from you. And what I find amusing is how you think that dudes in the comments section calling you out for what you are, which is an aged out, hive-minded loser who can't cope with getting old, is somehow them getting angry. We're not mad at you, lady. How can we be angry? You're providing us with an endless source of hilarious amusement. So if anything, we're encouraging you to completely sabotage your own love life. What kind of monsters would we be if we deprived the world of laughter? So please, continue with the cringe, with our compliments, of course.
You are being so bothered by the fact that a lot of us older women are sharing our life wisdom, life experiences, and giving advice to women that we wish we would have been told when we were younger. And I want to share more and more of that, and I don't care if it bothers you.
Emotional, damn it!
Well, it sounds to me like someone didn't stress eat enough cake for breakfast this morning. Nobody is bothered by what you're doing, woman. Why should we? Your advice is about as useful as a post-dated check for 7 cents. What you call manipulation is what normal people would call getting into a relationship. Both parties end up adapting and learning how to work with the other person to create some semblance of peace. That's why it's called a relationship. But you wouldn't know that because you are incapable of having one of those. Being with you is more like a punishment, and I have yet to see a penal system in the entire universe that would be that cruel to somebody.
Because you know what? Some of your girlfriends are gonna wake up and be like, oh shit, they shouldn't be treating me this way. They're giving me the bare minimum. I don't need a man right now. So too bad, that's your problem. You need to reflect on yourself and realize, what are you doing wrong? You need to treat women better. They just want to be treated with respect. They just want to be acknowledged. They want empathy and someone that's emotionally intelligent, which a lot of you are not. So if it really starts bothering you and leave me all of these comments on my page now, I'm just gonna block you because I don't have time for that.
Oh, I'm so scared.
Maybe it's just me, but I don't think it's fair to say that men are the emotionally unintelligent ones when you're the ones whose feelings are so hurt by your own comment section. We're just calling it like we see it. You're not charismatic, you don't have anything useful or even original to say, and in all honesty, you're not exactly a prize pig despite that stupid nose ring. Now for the record, if a man is in a relationship with a woman who is so dumb that she takes your advice and leaves him, then in all honesty, you did that man a favor, because she was never all that good of a person in the first place if she was willing to blindly listen to you. So in a pathetic kind of way, you're technically helping society, just not in the way you intended. So I guess you deserve some kind of recognition, I guess. So, here you go.
Woo! Hey! Hey!
Whoa!
You're in your late 20s, early 30s, and you're still single, and you are like, I swear I'm gonna be single forever, oh my god, blah, blah, blah. I feel you, same. I've gone through that rabbit hole like a million times. I'm like, oh my god, I'm fine. I'm just gonna be alone forever. Like, I'm just gonna be that aunt that travels. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. Instead of being so consumed by boys and dating and crushes and trying so hard to find our person, we're just gonna surrender. We're gonna let go, okay? Because they say you're gonna find your person when you least expect it, when you're not looking. Okay, fine, we're done looking. My eyes are closed, I'm not looking anymore, okay? But this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna make a list, we're gonna write down like 5 to 7 things that we are like really looking for, what we really want in our person, okay? And I don't want you to get too crazy about the appearance stuff. Like, put the things that really actually matter. I mean, like your non-negotiables, okay? Like the things that actually matter. And you're gonna just take your piece of paper, fold it up, okay? And you're gonna place your order. You're gonna place your order with God, the universe, whatever you believe in. Send it off, okay?
Great plan.
Thank you.
He likes your plan, Chief.
Well, there's a new one. Here we have someone who thinks that the higher power, the universe or whatever, is just a short order cook who only exists to provide her with whatever her heart desires. But here's the thing, sister. You most likely already got what you ordered about 10 years ago. You just thought you deserved better. It's the equivalent of that short order cook whipping you up an omelet and you needlessly trashing him because he didn't use a specific brand of salt. So now you went to a different restaurant where you got to eat all sorts of food, but they kicked you out because you're not exactly their brand of clientele. They prefer women who are classier and significantly less stupid. And now, after you've been used up, you come crawling back to this short order cook and asking him to resume his duties for you. And he might, just don't be surprised if he spits in your pancakes before it gets served.
And then you're gonna go live your life. You're gonna work on your hobbies, your dreams, your passions. You're gonna heal a little, do whatever you gotta do, but you're gonna focus on yourself, okay? You're not gonna worry about meeting your person. Just, you already put your order in, okay? When it's ready, they're gonna Uber Eats it to you. You're good. It'll be hand delivered.
Ooh, yeah. I'm gonna have to go ahead and sort of disagree with you there.
So here's a question for you, woman. Why were you not doing that before? What exactly have you been doing with your time up to this point? Shouldn't you have already been working on your trauma and your hobbies and your goals before begging the ethereal plane to solve all your problems before you run out of eggs? But I guess the bigger question is, how do you expect to not even think about this imaginary fellow when your entire social media platform is based on you being a hopelessly single broad? I honestly don't think you thought about that, but I get why. 95% of your brain is consumed with the idea of finding the perfect man, instead of actually doing something useful with your life, and I guess that's understandable because with stuff like this, it already proves what we already know, and that is you are completely useless.
However, in the meantime, you have to work on yourself. You have to focus on yourself. We're not going to be consumed with the idea every single time you go out, like on the weekends. Oh my God, am I going to meet a boy? Is he going to text me? Oh my God, I hope there's cute boys. No, we're not going to do that anymore, okay? When I have a crush, I get so distracted, okay? Like, it steers me off. And so I just need to take a step back. I'm going to write my order, put my order in, and I'm just going to be done, okay? So that's what we're doing this year.
Sweets? You couldn't ignore me if you tried.
Okay, let's pretend that finding a mate works that way and it'll be delivered to you like Uber Eats. You're out there pretending to work on your goals as you doom scroll through social media for the umpteenth hour when all of a sudden the man of your dreams is delivered to you like room service. How exactly are you going to be paying for this delivery exactly? You can wish, order, and demand all you want, but at the end of the day, it's the man who decides whether or not he wants to be with you, and he's not going to want to be with anybody who is so incompetent that she couldn't get a guy despite having literally every single advantage a female gets in the Western world. And once that guy realizes you don't have what he needs in order to complete this delivery, he's just gonna go. He'll give you a crap rating and find someone who will treat him like a human being and not like a short order cook.
Good luck.
Guys, look. If you don't naturally love DIYs, being handy, living an unsoft life, like home ownership really might not be for you. And I'm not saying don't invest in real estate. Please do. But if you don't like taking out your garbage outside in the cold, and then making sure garbage cans are at the curb for pickup, and mowing grass and shoveling snow and putting out salt when it's time for a some type of storm.
Oh, poor you.
You know, it's kind of hard to listen to you complain about basic household responsibilities when I'm staring at that super expensive degree you got hanging on the wall there. I'm going to assume it's a master's degree because it seems like modern women all have master's degrees these days, and this begs the question, with all of the studying and all of the classes and the homework and the thesis papers, it never once occurred to you that owning your own property requires maintenance and legal obligations? Have you never owned a car? It actually boggles the mind how you think you're a smart because you have a desk in an office, and the thought of having to salt your sidewalks in the middle of winter never once passed through your mind. There will always be unforeseen expenses and incidentals when owning a home, but going into buying a house completely ignorant of the fact that you're going to have to mow your lawn is kind of hard to believe. That's not a DIY thing. That's literally part of the bare minimum of homeownership.
and painting chips on your wall and replacing faucets and dealing with water damage and repairing a roof and all of the things. Baby, you might be better off in an apartment. Some say a condo, I say apartment. Because in my mind, even a condo, baby, if you have something wrong with your sink, who's in charge of it? You are. And instead of getting your nails done, you're worrying about finding those replacement parts and finding someone reputable to come into your home and fix that for you.
Okay, princess. That's it. The fairy tale is over. Welcome to real life.
Well, I personally think that you spending your money on repairing a sink instead of your nails was a smart move, but that's only because when modern women get their nails done, they either make finger spikes, coke nails, or you get them so long you're all but guaranteeing a case of dysentery. What you're talking about is not hard work. It is par for the course for any homeowner. That's what you signed up for when you signed for that mortgage. What did you think was going to happen? That you were going to move in and nothing would ever need to be repaired until the bank forecloses on the purchase? What decade do you think this is, lady? The 1950s? Nothing's built to last anymore, and once again, this is fairly common knowledge by homeowners, and nobody wants to do it, but if you're going to continue living in a structurally sound domicile, then you must shut your mouth and do it. You literally asked for this, and you got it. So quit complaining already.
And look, I think girls can do everything that they want to do. This girl, this woman, doesn't want to be bothered with that stuff, and I think that that's okay. Like, can we normalize successful women not wanting to bear the burden of home ownership without judgment? I just want a safe, quiet, peaceful, beautiful living space in an area that I want to live in without too many responsibilities, because I know myself and I know that it's hard for me to keep up with those types of tasks. And I think that that's perfectly fine. Let's normalize that in 2024.
Nope. That would be a waste of time.
I've come to accept whenever a modern woman demands that something be normalized, she's just trying to tell people that she should be allowed to complain about stupid stuff without being judged. And there really isn't any need to normalize female homeownership without judgment. That's been normalized to the point where if you buy an economy pack of toilet paper, it's somehow worthy of not only a video, but some form of ticker tape parade. What you want normalized is your desire to live a pampered life where you can justify your laziness while also living in a house that will never fall apart, which again is completely normalized in your circles. The fact that you want to be as strong and independent yet soft and dependent just proves that your ideology is completely worthless. Feminism is nothing but a bunch of screaming women who endlessly complain about anything, and once those complaints are addressed, you'll find something else to bitch about, which just goes to show that no matter what, you will never be satisfied in life, and that's not our problem. So I suggest you get your lawnmower and get to work. None of us are willing to help you with that, by the way. You're strong and independent. You go, girl. Today's episode was brought to you in part by the Bounty Board and its newest member, Spawn of Yuvash. I'm exclaiming it because it does have an exclamation point. Thank you so much to the Bounty Board for helping to support this channel as well as today's episode. If you are interested in joining the Bounty Board for all sorts of perks at the low price of $5, the link is in the pinned comment down below. And as always, if you find that my particular brand of comedy is bringing you to the brink of laughter, you can support the channel by liking and subscribing, leaving a couple of comments, making sure to share this video so we can give the good old-fashioned middle finger to the YouTube algorithm. Thank you so much for checking out the new video, gentlemen and gents, and until next time, peace out, homies.